Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Your game is coming up next. But here's some information from the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
6 easy ways to become an MVP. And by MVP, we mean most valuable parent. Like all of us, the parents of high school athletes tend to protect their children from adversity, or they overly involve themselves by advocating for their success. But when they do, they're negating the value of participating in high school sports. Among other lessons, high school sports teach teenagers to take nothing for granted, how to overcome obstacles, and that an extraordinary commitment of time and effort is required in order to reach goals and experience achievement. High school sports also encourage independence and self-sufficiency, attributes that are needed to be successful in life. It's natural for parents to love their children, and it's important to support them in as many ways as possible. With this in mind, here are 6 easy ways that you can be the MVP of your child's high school team. Number 1, attend your children's games as often as possible. Nothing demonstrates interest and involvement more than being there. And be sure to invite Grandma and Grandpa to come along with you. Number 2, cheer for all the kids on the team, not just your own. Here's a test for you. Do you know all the players on your child's team? Could you say hello to them by their first name? Embracing the entire team is a great way to show that your interest is sincere. Number 3, be a resource for your child's team. Does a teammate need help with transportation? Is the team trying to raise money for new uniforms? Is someone needed to organize a pizza party before the tournament starts? Maybe you can help. Number 4, try not to criticize the coach or the officials in front of your child. Hey, you're human, and there may be times when you need to vent. But be careful when and to whom you do it. Criticizing the coaching staff undermines its credibility and tends to put your child in the middle. And games are seldom won or lost because of an official's call. Remember, coaches and officials are objective. Most parents are not. Empower your child to talk with the coach about concerns. Everybody wants more playing time, and understandably so. But encourage your children to have that conversation with their coaches instead of you doing it for them. Giving teenagers the confidence and conviction to speak up for themselves is one of the greatest benefits of participating in high school sports. Number 6, focus on the life lessons your children are learning, not on win-loss records or how many points they're scoring. According to the NCAA, only about 2% of all high school athletes win a sports scholarship, and the average value of it is less than $11,000. But every child will benefit from the lessons they've learned as a result of participating in high school sports for the rest of their lives. It's difficult being the parent of a high school athlete. There's far more emotion and social pressure involved than is ideal. But if you follow these 6 pointers, not only will your children love and respect you, but so will their teammates and coaches. And you might even be named MVP. Thank you for your support of high school athletics in Indiana. Stay tuned now. The Indiana SRN game is next. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Guerin Catholic High School in Noblesville, Indiana for the Circle City Conference Game of the Week. It's pivotal for Covenant Christian, who visit Guerin this evening, and Guerin welcomes them, looking to knock them out of contention in the Circle City Conference. Coming up next, we're going it down to the floor. Keith Myers, somewhere down there. I see him now. Keith.
Circle City Conference game. You are right, Jonathan. Great game, and soon the winner of this game will be a half game out of first place. The loser of this game drops to fifth place. Going to be a great game, a great rivalry, a great city conference game. Can't wait to do it. And it's all next on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
Welcome back, everyone. We're at Guerin Catholic High School, where Covenant Christian, you see them there, are visiting Guerin Catholic. And as we spoke in the opening, it is a pivotal game for Covenant Christian. The Circle City Conference standings are close. Covenant Christian could still win the conference, but tonight's game, Keith Myers, is essential. This is their last shot at it, and if you're down, if you get a second loss, you're as good as gone.
Yeah, the crazy thing is I've been in this position many times as a coach. You got to hype your kids up, but you can't put pressure on them. The tough thing is if this is a Covenant, I think this might be an easy game for them because it's here at Guerin, tough place to play, a little bit bigger facility, but I think Scott Flatt will have their team ready, and I know Coach Allen will have his teams ready because they had a nice little walkthrough when I got here at 4:30 this afternoon. They were still doing their walkthrough, so they're ready for this game. They have been ready for everyone they've played for the last, all year, you could say. Yep. Guerin Catholic has won 8 straight. The last loss was to Hamilton Heights, a loaded Hamilton Heights Huskies, and that was on Saturday, December 7th. Ever since then, all Guerin has known is victory. Covenant Christian, they've been on a run too, winners of 3 straight. So you got 2 teams trending up, coming head-to-head with some bad blood. Last year's matchup brought a little animosity between the 2 squads. Yeah, that's how it happens in this conference, though. You look up and down in this conference. You got Guerin, you got Babeuf, of course, Covenant, Chittard, Roncalli, Heritage. You look at any of those teams, and in every year they're going to beat each other up, and you're going to have at least one loss in the conference. It would surprise me if someone goes undefeated in this conference. The Circle City, it reminds me of the Big East in college basketball. Most of the schools are Catholic, such as in the Big East, but what you also have is just high-quality basketball. The one thing I like about this conference, it's all private schools. They're all parochial schools. They are all private, so they understand. So they're all on an equal playing field, and sometimes that makes it kind of tough. But for an athletic department and the athletic departments, when you sit in those meetings, it's about the kids first, and then about the school, and then it's about their programs because they really look and they work hard at making academics come first in this conference. If you look at some players in this matchup, very intriguing ones that have had fantastic seasons. For Guerin Catholic, the highlight, Bernie McGinnis. He was mostly a small forward, low post player to begin his career, but he's really opened it up this year and just found whole new dimensions to his offensive game. If Bernie was 6'7", I would think there would be a lot of college who looking at him. Everyone. But because he's 6'1" or 6'2", not many people are watching, looking out for him. I think he could play Division III basketball, and Jonathan, you and I agree with that. But Noah's knocking on the door yet. If you don't like him as a basketball player, you got to love him for a football player because he ran over people. So it's very interesting. Bernie's very, very good, and I think Bernie will have a breakout game tonight.
Yeah, Bernie was all-state in both football and basketball, which is fantastic, or at least all-conference. If you flipping the script, Covenant Christian having a phenomenal year. Noah Hedrick, and a little bit almost out of nowhere. He was good last year, but not 20 points per game good, and that's what he's been this season.
Yeah, Noah's very good. I think it's a three-headed monster, to be honest with you. Noah Hedrick, Trey Flatt, and I think Cameron Sherwood coming back is making a big difference because they all three can shoot the ball well. They all three will take a charge, and they all three will run over you as well. So those three kids are very, very good. But this Covenant Christian team, from top to bottom, they're very, very good at doing what they do, and that's running up and down the floor.
If you look at their numbers percentage-wise, a lot of similarities between these two teams, Keith. You have field goal percentage. Guerin shoots 47% from the field. Covenant Christian, 45%. From three, it's 38% for Covenant, 35% for Guerin. An interesting tidbit, though, if you look at the rebounding numbers, Covenant Christian gives up an average of 31 rebounds per game, and Guerin averages 29. And one thing that they have that most of Covenant's opponents don't is a big fellow in the middle in junior Matthew Gillis, who this could be an opportunity for him to impact down low.
You know, Bobby Allen talked a little bit about Gillis and what he has to do. First of all, he's got good feet. He's got to catch the ball tonight. If he gets in the paint, he's got to catch the ball. Then he's got to go to the hole. He can't be shy. As we look at it, both coaches probably, everybody got here around 4 o'clock because of the weather. Thank you, weatherman. Please don't make it snow until about 11. But, so it's very interesting. Both of those coaches, they talked up where we were for a good 35 minutes before they even talked to me. So they liked themselves more than they liked me today, which that was okay. I just got to eat more pizza.
It's always nice. Another player for Guerin Catholic to look out for, the point guard Joseph Babilia, is having a phenomenal season, 11 points, 3 assists per game. But he really is a spark plug for this Guerin Catholic Ball Club.
The one thing I like about Joe is he's not afraid to shoot the ball, but he likes to play defense. I think his defense makes his offense really, really good. He's got a good, quick first step, and his range is anywhere. He sees the floor very, very well, and he's got probably the best basketball IQ on the floor tonight.
If you look at big picture for both of these teams, we're a little more than halfway through the boys' basketball season. There's still a lot of basketball to be played, but both teams are setting themselves up very well for sectional play. If we look at sectional 27, Guerin has Bishop Chatard, Burbuff, Lebanon, Manual, and Shortridge. It's at Shortridge. That is inconsequential to this point. But Guerin has the best record of all those teams, and there's some good ones. Chatard, Burbuff, and Lebanon are no one to shake a stick at, but Guerin has really excelled this season.
Yeah, you look at Shortridge, they got to get some things going, but if you look at the other teams, especially Lebanon will surprise you. Coming to Indianapolis when they did the realignment, I'm sure that threw them a little bit because they'll have the longest trip in the sectional play. Everybody else is pretty close in the city, and you look at Chatard and Burbuff, Guerin Catholic will already played them one time because of the conference. Yeah,
and I think if you look at what Guerin has done, and they've had so much success over the course of the years, 2 state championships back in 2012 and 2015. 3A is tough, but where do you think Guerin's stacking up so far in the state?
I think they're one of the top 5 teams in the state of Indiana that can win it. I think North is really, really good. Unfortunately, they have to go south to win the state championship. Who knows? At this time, with 10 games left, anybody can still catch on fire and do very, very well.
Turning the page to Class 2A, Covenant Christian 7-3 tonight. Again, 3-game win streak. They're looking up at University in sectional 42. Howe is right by him. Cecina, Park Tudor, Heritage Christian, and Irvington Prep are below him. University, not the look out as University juggernaut that they had been last couple of years, but playing very well. How's Covenant Christian stack
I
up
think
there?
sectional 42 is probably the toughest 2A sectional in the state of Indiana, to be honest with you. All of those teams are very well balanced. University, as you said, maybe not be the best, but I think they're 10-3 right now, and a lot of people are surprised they have 10 wins. But Brandon does a great job there. But from top to bottom, strength of schedule will come in hand back into that sectional, and who knows? It's wide open. Cecina's been playing very well late. Heritage Christian's got a 3-game winning streak, so you can't argue with them as well.
When we come back, we'll look at the starting lineups and some keys to victory as we get you set for the Circle City Conference Game of the Week on Indiana SRN. Guerin Catholic, Covenant Christian next. We'll see you in a few.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
Welcome back, everyone, to Noblesville, Indiana. I'm Jonathan Mathis. Keith Myers is to my right. The venue, you see the Golden Eagle logo at center court. It's Guerin Catholic High School for Guerin Catholic and Covenant Christian next. But before we turn our attention back to the game at hand, let's turn our attention to things going on around our family of networks. It's a very busy season this winter.
Yeah, congratulations, first of all, to Greenwood Christian Academy. They have won the semifinal game against Greenwood tonight by the score of 35-32. Greenwood tried to hold the ball to slow down that Greenwood Christian team, but Greenwood Christian wins 35-32, so they'll either play Center Grove or Indian Creek tomorrow for the Johnson County tournament. That is the first time that Greenwood Christian has been in the final game of that conference tournament. So congratulations to them. Also this week, tonight, 7:30, Cathedral is the place to be if you love girls basketball. Cathedral and Heritage Christian for the city championship game. We were there last night. What a great crowd on hand, a great viewing that we had yesterday. That game is wide open, so congratulations to both those teams. We'll keep you up to date on those scores as we have them. Also tomorrow, don't forget, at 9 a.m., Ben, myself, and Josh are going to spend the night sleeping on cots because we have a 9 a.m. wrestling meet tomorrow. It's the Circle City Conference Championships tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And then I might as well stay all day. Ben gets to go home, but at 5:30, Guerin Catholic takes on Martinsville. That game is on web TV, so we're front-loaded tomorrow right here on Indiana SRN.
Let's take a look at our matchups for tonight's game as we are about 5.5 minutes away from tip-off. First, for the visitors, Covenant Christian, coached by Scott Flatt, 154, 169, and 15 years with the Warriors. Currently, Covenant Christian looking good at 7-5. 3 guards, 2 forwards, led off by number 3, the coach's son, Trey Flatt, a spark plug for Covenant Christian. He's a 6-foot junior, averaging 11.5 points per game, and he is the leading assist man, not only for Covenant, but for anyone in tonight's matchup. He averages 4.5 assists per game. Ethan Maudlin, number 10, is a 5'10 senior, shooting 43% from the field and averaging 5.4 points per game. Welcome back, Cameron Schurig. He's played 3 games. He's played 3 good games. He's number 31, a 6-foot senior, averaging 11 points per game and 8 rebounds. For Covenant Christian, the forwards, number 22, Sam Fulbright, a 6'3 senior, averaging 7.8 points per game, and the revelation for Covenant Christian, number 23, Noah Hedrick. a 6'4" senior, averaging 20.4 points per game, and he's the leading rebounder over the course of the year at 5.6.
Yeah, for the keys of the game for Covenant Christian, it's very simple. They got to rebound the ball very well. They got to beat the zone down the floor. They can't let Guerin Catholic set up. Then they have to find the middle. They have to go from inside out tonight instead of outside in, which has been very difficult for them the last couple of games. And then they need to control the pace, Jonathan. They want this a fast-paced game. They want this game to be in the 70s. And that's not what Guerin wants this game in. So there's the keys for Covenant Christian.
No, for Guerin Catholic, they average 62 points per game. So I think you're very right. They do not want 7. Guerin Catholic has scored at least 70 twice, and that was both scoring 71. So it's not like they're out there. They're not IndyCars out in the court. The Guerin Catholic starters, 3 guards, 2 forwards, led by number 3, Joseph Babilia, averaging 11 points per game, but he does his work defensively and via the assist. He's the leading assist man for Guerin Catholic. He is a 5'11 junior. With him, number 1, Caleb Edwards, a 5'2 junior guard, 8.1 points per game, long-limbed and very athletic. Number 24, Cameron Oswald, a steady player for Guerin. He's 5'10", a senior, averaging 2.3 points per game. He had 7 points, his season high, in the opener against Park Tudor. The front court for Guerin is where they will do most of their damage if things go right. Number 14, Cameron Weitzel, 7 points per game for the 6'4 senior. He had 13 last time out against Bishop Chatard, and one of the better players in this conference. Number 4, Bernie McGinnis, 6'3 senior, 21 points per game, shooting 47% from 3. He is also the leading rebounder, 8.1 per game.
If you're Guerin Catholic, here's your keys of the game. First of all, they got to handle the pressure. They know that Covenant Christian's going to put some pressure on them, so they need to handle the pressure. They got to contest the three-point shot. That means you got to put a hands in the face, then you got to block the guy out, you got to find the guy. And then finally, they got to win every single 50-50 ball. And I looked at Bobby Allen and I said, come on, Coach, you're not going to win every 50-50 ball. He goes, we need to win every 50-50 ball to be successful tonight. And then they want this game in the 50s, believe it or not. They would like to be the 55 would be the max that they would like to see score tonight. So I got a feeling controlling the pace for them would be a key, but that would be 5, 6, 7 passes before they shoot instead of Covenant Christian 2 passes and then shoot.
So when you have such contrasting tempos, what do you expect out of this one?
You know, it's the power of will, because every kid, once you get in that running game, Jonathan, and I coached this game for such a long time, when my kids start running, all of a sudden they didn't realize that that's not what we wanted to do. And now all of a sudden you're in a running game and you're down 10 points wondering why, and your kids are looking at yourself like, we tried our best to do what you told us to do. So Covenant has it pretty easy if they want to race this tempo, but the discipline, it's a discipline type of thing right now for Guerin Catholic.
Our next break will be for the national anthem. Until then, again, both of these teams have been on a roll. Our officials for tonight, Stephen Correa, Kevin Moore, and Stephen Mazingo.
Yeah, Steve Correa worked the state finals a couple of years ago. He's from Terre Haute. Kevin Moore worked the state finals last year from Shelbyville. And Steve Mazingo, we know Steve because he's part-time Indiana SRN guy. So Steve is from Pendleton. Really good group of officials tonight.
Tonight's matchup, Guerin Catholic winners of 8 straight. Welcome, Covenant Christian winners of 3 straight. About 20 minutes till the anthem, and we're looking forward to this matchup of the week on the Circle City Conference slate. Covenant Christian's final conference game. Guerin Catholic not done yet, but they are undefeated in conference play right there. And a win tonight puts them in the catbird seat. Doesn't totally secure it, but Brebeuf is the only one who could say anything about it. And we're going to talk more about this one and have the tip next on Indiana SRN. We are always in the game.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAfoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Hello, my name is Sean Kroll, and I've been a part of the Indiana SRN family for the last 9 years. Last year, we streamed a record 326 sporting events around Central Indiana. All the other guys broadcast basketball and football, but we at Indiana SRN also air volleyball, softball, baseball, and even golf. But we need your help. To continue our mission, please help us by contacting Coach at indianasrn.org. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Welcome back, everyone. The anthem has been sung. The prayer has been prayed. The starters are being introduced for Covenant Christian. That's them in green. Guerin Catholic will be in white. Guerin Catholic tonight, 10-2 overall, winners of 8 straight. Covenant Christian, 7-3, winners of 3 straight. I'm Jonathan Mathis. Keith Myers, getting ready for another go here.
Got my seatbelt on. I'm ready to go. Thanks so much to the hospitality suite tonight at Guerin Catholic. They served us some pizza and some salad, and Ben and Josh and I had a nice little meal. Jonathan came in. Of course, he had a T-bone steak. You know,
you got to do what you got to do.
We don't get all that, but thanks to the administration of Guerin Catholic, as this place is filling up, there's probably been 300 people just walked in the door of filling these seats. I think this is going to be to capacity tonight.
Yeah, the student section towards our right will be in mostly all white and ready to roll. White out for Guerin Catholic. Huge game. We've talked about it in the opening. One team wants to run. One team wants to slow it down. one team is going to be successful. We don't know who it's going to be yet, but you have those two styles, and they can throw each one off.
I've been thinking about 37 minutes or so, 32 minutes actually in the game, but I think this game might take about an hour and 15 minutes to play if they let them play and they run up and down the floor.
Again, the starters for both teams for Covenant Christian, number 3, Trey Flatt, number 10, Ethan Maudlin, number 22, Sam Fulbright, number 23, Noah Hedrick, number 31, Cameron Schurig, who's playing his third game of the year. For Guerin Catholic, it's number 1, Caleb Edwards, 3, Joseph Babilia, number 4, Bernie McGinnis, 14, Cameron Weitzel, 24, Cameron Oswald. And we are ready for some Friday night basketball in Indiana.
Kevin Moore, the official in the middle, will be the lead official tonight.
Let's get it started. One by Guerin. It's Oswald handing off Babilia. And we'll see if the deliberate pace of Guerin Catholic be able to bear some fruit. It's McGinnis. Now it is Weitzel, Babilia. And they are taking their time, working the clock, working it around. A frenetic pace defense by Covenant Christian. Edwards drives, and he's fouled by Maudlin.
Well, that first step's pretty good, and Ethan just tried to hold him, and he's not going to get away with that.
Caleb Edwards shoots 82% on the season from the line. His high for the year was 16 points against Muncie Central on December 14th. Not too bad. And first blood is drawn by the home Golden Eagles.
Got a vote.
Now Covenant Christian's first set. Working half court, Trey Flatt with his braids, blocked by Edwards. Swings it over, Fulbright. No, sir. Flatt will chase it down, be run over by Edwards, and it will go to Covenant Christian.
I tell you what, the aggressive play of Trey Flatt sliding in the bench, knocks it off of the Edwards, and it's Trey Flatt. It's a Covenant Christian ball.
And this is 35 seconds into the game, too. That's the type of play Trey Flatt brings. He will not get it in the corner because it will be knocked out by Edwards. So right now it's been the Trey Flatt, Caleb Edwards show for the first half minute.
Well, the two 50-50 balls that should have gone one way or the other has not gone Guerin Catholic's way. So there's something that you got to look at.
Here's Schurig, a key player, maybe the player for Covenant Christian last year, and coming back off of some missing the most of the season, first half of the year. Back in action starting tonight. Maudlin in front of the Guerin bench. Has the screen. Now he's guarded by the much taller Cameron Weitzel. And it will be Hedrick.
Got to love the defense of Guerin Catholic going man-to-man tonight.
Cross court, Maudlin looking for anything, and Guerin's defense has been stifling to this point. Hedrick. The fade. No, the rebound is Weitzel's, and here's Babilia. In front of the student section. Now it's up to the top. Into the paint is Weitzel, lobbing it out to Babilia. And here the tempo is being played at Guerin's pace.
Yeah, exactly what Guerin wants, to run off some time. And now you got to knock down this shot.
They don't. Rebound contested Schurig. He went over his own teammate's back. And then in a flash, he takes it into the front court, drops it back. Fulbright, right side, hesitation, no. Rebound Edwards.
Can't hesitate on that shot. Got to go straight up there, Jonathan.
Caleb, the length of the court, left hand blocked by the rim. The rebound was swatted away by McGinnis. And here's Hedrick with the harm.
Wow. Count the basket.
The first foul of the game for Guerin Catholic will be against Cameron Weitzel. Hedrick goes to the line. He's shooting 88% on the season. He's shooting 100% on the night from the line. 3 points for Noah. And it's the first lead of the game for Covenant Christian.
Again, man-to-man pressure for Covenant Christian.
Oswald shovels it over. Babilia, baseline. Wraps it around Bernie McGinnis. That's his workshop. and he's in the scorer's book. His first 2 points of the evening.
I just like how he takes control of the game.
Quick fire by Hedrick. Rebound soaring by Weitzel, his second of the game. And here's Babilia. Drives in left side, altered by Hedrick. Out of play, going towards Guerin. It will stay. Let's check out this and one, Keith.
You look at the spin, went right up, felt the contact, put it over the cup. Nice job.
Edwards really far away. Now left side, inside to Bernie. McGinnis, turn around, no. He rarely misses those. Oswald the rebound. Muscles up another and misses. McGinnis follows, and it's an offensive foul on Bernie McGinnis.
Wow. Bernie didn't get position, got called for the foul. You know, most of the time, that's the opposite. But that time, Bernie got caught holding him down.
He did, that forearm extension, and one Covenant player falling to the floor helped sell it.
Yeah, I think that definitely helps sell it.
Flat from the left side. Further left. Fulbright, baseline, cut off by Weitzel. Gets it to Hedrick, dangerously so. Babilia almost had it. Oh, Schurig was open. Cam Schurig's first points of the game. It's a 1-point lead still for Covenant Christian.
Quick passing there by Covenant Christian.
This one's swatted out of play by Flat.
You can just see the quick hands of Covenant Christian. They make you go out of control. If this game gets speeded up, it's an advantage to the green guys in the uniforms.
Weitzel, McGinnis. The recipe against Bernie used to be force him outside. That doesn't work anymore. Weitzel will try it from outside. It was online but long. Quick outlet to Maudlin. Maudlin will slow the pace for Schurig, a three. No, sir, off the back iron. And McGinnis gets what will be one of many rebounds. A one-man fast break in this case, and he takes the foul from Sam Fulbright. On the line this year, McGinnis shooting 79%. His percentages, if you just look at a slash line, 53, that's field goal, and that's fantastic. 47, that's his three-point percentage.
That's
wonderful.
Yeah.
And 79, pretty good. He's tied the game on his first one. Let's check out the contested one.
I like that. It goes right to the basket.
The second is good. 4 points for McGinnis, the leading scorer in the game for either team. And yet another lead change, our fifth already. Maudlin dumps it down. Fulbright underneath. Easy pickings for Sam.
Three guys now have scored for Covenant Christian.
McGinnis, this one's tipped by Flat. He gets it back though, showing his receiver instinct, attacks and lays it in. 6 for McGinnis, an explosive first quarter, and there's still 3 minutes and 40 seconds to play. And then Trey Flat has a middle error. You can't carry at midcourt, Keith.
Not in front of the official.
And the Guerin Catholic student section reminding him of that fact. Oswald slips by him all. Underneath Edwards. He was cherry picking and delivered. 4 points for Caleb. Here's Hedrick. That one is deflected and stolen by Caleb Edwards. Graceful move. He's coasting and he's fouled.
Well,
second on Fulbright.
You know, the speed of Guerin Catholic caught Covenant Christian. Got to stop the ball at least at the free throw line, and no one even tried to stop the ball.
And out will go Fulbright. In will come a very capable Brock Buckley, he doesn't lead Covenant Christian in any category, but he's either second or third in all of them. He can do everything off the bench, the 6'3" sophomore. Edwards made his first 2 free throws of the game, and now he's made his third.
I got it for 5 already tonight.
I do too. It's him and McGinnis combining for everything. Out goes Weitzel. In comes a familiar name, Elijah Edwards. The lead is 5.
Biggest of the night for Guerin.
Now, if you're a Covenant Christian and you're wanting to run, then you would look at this deficit and think, oh, that's no big deal.
Yes, exactly.
Just get them right where you want them.
But you got to hit down some shots, and especially that one.
Unless it's blocked by Oswald. Rebounded by Edwards, having a phenomenal first quarter. Wrapping around, Oswald in the corner, Caleb on the left wing, and now Babilia. Breaks down Buckley, creates some space, but will defer for the moment.
I mean, this is a 5-pass offense. They're not going to get in a big, big hurry.
Into the corner, dangerous pass. 3 from the corner, good. Joseph Babilia gets into the scorer's book. It's an 8-point lead for Guerin Catholic. Trey Flat whirling, twirling, and laying it in high off the glass.
I don't know how that goes in.
And it's stolen off the inbound. Buckley, can he add to the book? He might. It's a foul on Guerin.
Going to be on Edwards, on the push.
That was on number 1, Caleb Edwards, his first.
Watch Hendricks lay up here. Just, well, that's flat right there. I mean, that's up on top of the glass. That's a horse shot, right, John?
It was. Buckley makes the first. Buckley ready for another one, shooting 94% from the line on the season. So wishes them both.
4-point lead.
2:18. This has been an eventful first. Oh, man. Maudlin hit him right in the chest. Flood had it for a moment. Somehow he is fouled.
The quick hands of Trey Flat is incredible. He must get his athletic ability from his mom.
Clearly. His dad is the one shouting at the top of your screen in all green. That is Scott Flat, where Trey's athleticism does not generate. Now it's swung. Maudlin, catch, shoot 3. No, sir. Rebound saved by Buckley to Trey Flat, and a foul is called on the baseline.
Wow, they're calling that on Hendrick.
Interesting.
Must have been some push out of bounds.
Well, nobody reacted on the Covenant Christian sideline. Normally on a contentious play, you'd expect that. But anyway, it's Oswald. Nice pass, a bullet one, and sure defense by Cam Schurig.
1:53 to play, 4-point lead. I like this play. Up and down the floor a little bit.
This is good, bad. This is what you want to see on a Friday. Friday night, Indiana in the winter. Cold weather outside. Great action inside. Perfect weather in here.
Pretty warm in here, that's for sure.
It'll warm up. Caleb Edwards has been on fire this half. This quarter would be more accurate. Babilia stripped by Maudlin, and it will stay with Guerin.
You think you go inside here.
McGinnis is where he wants to be. Babilia will take it from the top. No, he doesn't get the friendly bounce off the backboard. Maudlin in transition for Covenant Christian, gives it to Schurig. And he's stripped by Elijah Edwards. And he's on the floor. Jump ball, and it's staying with Covenant.
Tell you what, the aggressive play, all loose balls. You know, it's exactly what we talked about in pregame. Loose balls are going to be, everybody's going to get down on the floor. You won't have to mop the floor at halftime.
No, that's true. They're gonna squeegee it up. And squeegeeing this one down, Ethan Maudlin. His first 2 points of the game, 2-point lead for Guerin Catholic, and that lead was at 8 earlier this quarter. Babilia pestered by Flat, cut off by Hedrick. It's tipped, and it's picked by Schurig. Another turnover against Guerin Catholic, and then Caleb Edwards fouls Schurig at midcourt.
Yeah, you don't have to foul 50 feet away from the basket. You got to let them go down the floor. They didn't have numbers. That's not a good reach. Now he's going to have to sit.
9 fouls between the two teams this evening. So while it has been exciting, it has not been clean. Flat with the running numbers. 55 seconds to play, first quarter. Buckley right wing. Maudlin. Ooh, that would be an opportunity. You catch that turn and shoot, Keith.
Yep, you're right.
But now Covenant Christian in no rush.
Well, I tell you what, they're playing in Guerin Catholic's hands right now.
It has been going all right for them. They're only down 2.
They're going to make them come out. I tell you what, they won't go until about 9 as we're under 25 here.
We'll see how right Keith is. Oh, they went a little bit earlier. Here's the 9-second mark. Scherg attacks. Left side off the glass. No. Weitzel with time. Weitzel runs through Trey Flat. And that is a charge.
Boy, that's a late charge call. I think he got it right, but it was awful late.
Frequently, you'll see when a defensive player sets up like that, they don't just give it to him. Because you generally, you're going to get that charge if you're in the paint, but not at midcourt.
Yeah, you're right.
But he was standing there statuesque and got run through. So Covenant can tie
1.4.
or take the lead. Well, I guess taking the lead more likely from where the ball is. It's Buckley. Got to turn, got to shoot. He heaves it. It's a rainbow, and it's off to the side. And that is how the first quarter comes to a close. Guerin Catholic leads Covenant Christian 15-13 on Indiana SRN.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
Since you are not watching the Girls City final right now, you can if you go to our YouTube channel. You can see all of our sports, our football, our basketball, wrestling, baseball, everything on our YouTube channel. When you're there, please click subscribe and follow everything that is Indiana SRN.
We will
evenly played first quarter.
Yeah, we'll even give you the update, actual time, 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. It is 9-9 in the city championship game at Cathedral.
But don't watch it. Watch this one.
Yes, please.
You can watch it later. YouTube, subscribe.
In fact, yeah, I'll watch it tonight when I go home.
That's what Keith will do.
Shovel my sidewalk and watch.
You can as well. Right side, Oswald. Now Bobilia. A lot of fouls in that first half. Several players in foul trouble. Sam Fulbright for Covenant Christian has 2 fouls. Edwards, Caleb, and Weitzel for Guerin Catholic each have 2.
Oh, they're going to call this one. This is going to be on Buckley, I think, by Holden.
No, it's on Maudlin, and that is his second. Each team has 2 players with 2 fouls. Deuces are wild in the scorer's book. Inbound McGinnis. Round the bend to Jack Parento, and now it is Bobilia. We have not seen Matthew Gillis yet. Frequent starter. McGinnis attacks and misses. The rebound was behind Parento and leaking out Trey Flat, but it outran him. T.Y. Hilton, he is not. And the inbound will be Guerin. Newly into the game for Covenant Christian, Jaden Ashley. 6'1" junior. Number 20. Trey Flat not making it easy on Bobilia as Guerin's able to get it across the timeline. Oswald sends it over to Elijah Edwards, and now Parento over to Bobilia. Hard screen from Jack Parento. Deep J, good. That's what a point guard should look like. 4-point lead for Guerin Catholic. No longer. Trey Flatt splashes it in, his 5th point of the evening.
I think that was a 3, wasn't it?
It was. 1-point game in favor of the home team. Trey Flatt is all effort.
How about I'm going to poke the ball out, and then you're going to walk to get the ball. I'm going to try my best to go get the ball. This is his 3. Watch his feet. Watch his feet, Jonathan. This
I'm
is
going to watch it.
Pretty impressive.
I'm looking.
Look at the feet. See how that lands? Nice. Pete Maravich used to shoot like that.
The good old pistol. Oswald, baseline, swatted by Buckley, gets it back. It's McGinnis, shot fake on Schurig. Cam stays down and then pokes it away. Now Oswald, nice defensive set by the Warriors so far. Babilia looks to shoot over it, misses, bobbled around. You would think it would stay with Guerin, and it will.
The official don't point, he yells, yelling White. Good crowd, Mike, tonight, as we could hit the public address announcer.
I always like those crowd mics.
I do like the officials because this is the second time he's gone to players just to calm them down. Let me officiate. You just keep playing. Gotta love it.
McGinnis off the inbound. Fakes the handout to Babilia. Backs down Buckley. Pirouettes. Too strong. Here is Hedrick. Into the corner. Flatt, who just hit a 3. Will play it back up top. Around the bend. Ashley now. Back to Hedrick. Too hard, too low. Inside, Buckley into the corner. A 3 on the way from Caleb Crane that's missed, and rebound Jack Parento, and he is able to get it back to McGinnis.
You know, once McGinnis gets it from 12 feet in, he's dangerous, John.
He's normally just a dead-eye shooter inside. And here's a foul on Parento.
Illegal screen on Pinto. You got to set your feet. If you're watching at home, young men, you got to set your feet, and then you got to stay still. You can't move until he passes you or crosses over.
Crane will inbound eventually.
We don't shoot the bonus on the offensive foul.
Eventually has arrived. Trey Flatt will run the point for Covenant Christian. Here's Hedrick. The 3. Down and out. Rebound McGinnis. Nice rebound by Bernie. Bilia. Guarded by Flatt. I like Trey Flatt is the type of player where opposing fans, he's very easy to dislike because of his effort.
Yes.
Which is delightful so. McGinnis backing down Buckley, clipped over to Elijah Edwards, up top to Babilia. Nice defense again by Covenant Christian. Here is pass number, we're going into double digits on this series, it would feel like. Oswald plays it back safe.
I tell you what, they are just playing really good defense underneath the basket.
Underneath, Parento, upside, good.
No! All the way in and out.
How? Buckley in transition loses it, and it's going to Guerin.
Buckley is not a guard.
No, but through a loop in the matrix, that ball did not go down for Parento. Bobbling around on the rim, rotating towards the cylinder, and then rotating over it.
That's a science puzzle.
It was. Oswald. We'll give that one to one of these Guerin Catholic students for the next physics exam.
There you go.
Inside. Fouled and going to the line. He had 6 points in the first quarter. He'll look to add to that here.
Foul is on number 35, Ron Buckley, his first.
First on Buckley, the 6th on Covenant Christian. McGinnis misses the first.
This is how slow this game is. They had 15 at the end of one. They've only scored 2 points in about 4 minutes.
Yeah, we're about halfway through this one. Second one is good. Quickly up, it's Ashley. Now it is Hedrick. Inside, Ashley cuts, and Ashley's fouled. Parento's straight up, but I think he's the guilty party, Keith.
I think he got caught for leaning. That's his second.
So the line will be Ashley. On the season, Jaden Ashley is shooting 100% from the line.
Okay, send that hate mail to Jonathan Mathis.
The reason he was shooting 100% from the line is because he's only taken like two.
Was that his first shot of the night? First shot of the season?
It was about his third from the line. So don't hate it too much. Flings them both. Rebound newly into the game, Will Grissom, number 12.
You know someone's going to send you an email.
I welcome it. My email is coach@IndianaSRN. Down low, Parento. Can this one go? No, it can't. Ashley the rebound. We stay at a 2-point margin. And then Ashley turns it over.
You know, you got to be ready for the ball. If that ball's going to come back, that's going to be give and go. You got to come back to the ball.
Well, this first quarter was a stalemate because both teams are playing so aggressively. This second quarter has been a stalemate for very different reasons, where you have no one's been able to get much going offensively, as we see coaches Scott Flatt's other son, Tony Flatt, sub in number 4.
Has a lot of speed on the floor now.
Right side, 3 from Grissom. No good. Schurig the rebound for Covenant Christian. Here's Buckley attacking the paint into the corner. Tony Flatt. No, sir. Grissom the rebound for Guerin Catholic. Long pass, Parento. No, blocked from behind by Buckley. Parento can't buy a basket. It's Hedrick. It's Ashley in transition, and the game is tied.
We went up and down the floor 5 times without a basket, and we're tied at 18 with 3 minutes to go first half. Wow. Sometimes you got to win ugly.
Yeah, for educational purposes only. If you were betting on this one, I hope you took the under. Oswald, Parento, back to Babilia. Breaks down Ashley, attacks the basket, smooth move. Joseph Babilia, 7 points for the junior point guard. Tony Flatt thought about it. Buckley swings it. Ashley brings it over to Hedrick. And Noah will play it back. Crowd wanted to travel. Schurig wants a deuce and gets it inside. 4 points for Cameron Schurig. Tied again. 120 seconds to play. Babilia from the left. This pops around to Parento. Oswald was wide open. Babilia into the lane, throws it off the shoe of Buckley. It's free. It's not saved by Schurig because he stepped on the line.
Boy, I tell you what, I thought there was a kick violation there somewhere because I thought sure we kicked the ball. No call on the play.
I think from the referees, their reasoning there was that Babilia threw it off his shoe. So instead of it wasn't a kick, it was off the shoe.
The shoe wasn't lifted. Okay.
I think that's what they're going for.
I'll let you go with that.
Producer Ben, are you good with it? Producer Ben is good with it.
Well, of course, he's a Division I basketball player. Of course he's going to agree.
He is always for the non-kicked ball. Timeout. Our first of the game by Bobby Allen. Checking the length of it. It's a full. We'll take it 2. You're watching a contentious game, Guerin Catholic Covenant Christian on Indiana SRN.
Our family has been very happy working with Wallflower Pictures.
Because they make sure that I get the acting skills that I need in this industry and the education that I need.
Wallflower Pictures supports UV's journey in the industry. They're very passionate about his growth, and they're very professional and attentive to our needs.
And I truly believe in the projects I've worked on, like For the Boys and The Walk.
We love working with Wallflower Pictures.
Whenever you have games that are 2020 and you're thinking, man, I really like to see that again, go to YouTube and subscribe, and you can see that game, this one, or any of our games. We'd love to have you be part of our digital community. Go to YouTube, Indiana SRN, click subscribe.
Thank you. I love the pep band. Pep band's pretty good.
Fun.
Yep.
It's a more rock band version, not the typical brass ensemble, but they are effective. Inbound is to McGinnis. 90 seconds to play, first half. What a move! And that's what you get used to seeing if you've seen Bernie McGinnis play much. 2-point lead for Guerin Catholic. Wide open, Tony Flat. No from the corner. Trey, his brother, gets the rebound, and he feeds it in. 7 points for Trey Flat, and we're tied again at 22. McGinnis will be picked up the whole length of the way by Schurig, and it is won for the moment by the Golden Eagle, and he's fouled.
Here's McGinnis' 2 points. Just spins. He's deadly there, Jonathan. Bet you shoots 70% there easily.
It is where he is at his very best.
Ashley won the foul. McGinnis on the basket.
I'm at 8 points.
Yes, sir. 6, 8. I got him for 10, sir.
All right. E on the announcer, and now it's been corrected. How about 11? Leading scorer in the game for Bernie McGinnis. He averages 21. We're inside 60 seconds. 2-point lead restored for Guerin Catholic for the moment. Covenant has tied this game a lot in the last minute or so. They haven't been able to get a lead back, although they have led 3 times. Schurig inside Ashley through the contact and ties it again.
Boy, I tell you, he got a lot of contact there, and they passed on the foul. One shot wonder here.
You would think, especially the way Guerin's been playing. Game tied at 24. The pressure from Covenant Christian trying to deny it. McGinnis, quick fire from 3. No good. Long rebound, and it's a whistle, and I think it's on Elijah Edwards, number 31 in white.
Elijah took him out of the post. Good call by the official.
That was on number 31, Elijah Edwards, his first.
Now they walk a long way, and Covenant Christian could take their 4th lead of the night. If Ashley, who missed his first 2 free throws of the game right after I said he hadn't missed one all year, looks to do a little better. No hate mail, please. Oh, they get us the rebound.
I don't think Ben will ever let you forget this.
Remember, my email is
hot
at Ben Wood. Babilia from the right. Nice. 9 points for Joseph Babilia, and that's the end of the first half. Guerin Catholic in a low-scoring second quarter have a narrow lead over a Circle City Conference rival in Covenant Christian, 26-24 as we go to our first break. You're watching Indiana SRN.
Parents, do you like free food? Hike it on over to Prodigy Burger and Bar, where Monday is family night and kids eat free. Every day you can find daily specials featuring craft burgers, tacos, wings, and more. Prodigy is now playing the NFL Sunday Ticket on more than 25 TVs, so you won't miss a second of your favorite teams. Prodigy also caters, hosts private events, as well as dine and donates. Celebrate your school spirit with us at Prodigy Burger and Bar. More than just burgers, located in Clay Terrace in Carmel.
And if you have, you've seen a good one. You can see more on YouTube. Hit subscribe when you do, and you can see great content like this. Keith Myers down with a special guest.
Sandra Walters, one of the commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. You're not busy at all this time of year, are you?
No, not busy at all.
Girls seating or the sectional draw tomorrow, Sunday. You're all set for that. You get up early, do that, and then you get all those complaints. But what a great girls tournament that could be.
It could be, yes. Now, it's on the 26th is when we'll air that. So, yeah, we're getting ready now. In the process of assigning officials and all of that. Those will be released on the 24th, and then we'll go from there.
Talk a little bit about how the sportsmanship is going. We see a little bit different school-wise, team-wise, and the schools are trying their best. Still got some crazy fans out there. What do you tell mom and dad to come to a game just to watch the game, watch their kid?
Right. You're exactly right. Come to watch the game. Come support your child. Be reminded that someone else's child is out there that you're, even if it's an official, mind you, that is someone else's child. And our schools are doing a great job. You're right. Our coaches and our kids, we're seeing a decline or holding steady with those numbers, but we see an increase a little bit in the fans, and we just ask to remind them to come to the game to support their child. You're right.
Let's also talk about the officials. We talk about it every night. Got 3 great officials tonight, but if you want to be an official, all they got to do is call the office.
Absolutely. Call the office or go to IHSAA.org, hit the officials tab, scroll down. There's a link. I'll take you right to registration. Yep.
Sandra will personally call you and thank you very much. Last one. For fall season's over, Bobby has announced his retirement. Sad day in the office on Friday, but good things are going to happen. We wish him lots of success. What he's done for this community and this organization is far, man, awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Tough day in the office. You're right. Last couple days, yesterday being, of course, his announcement. And, you know, we feel for Bobby right now that it's a good decision for him, he says, but that's tough to lose a guy like that. And so you're right. We will move on, but his leadership has been fantastic, and it'll be tough to continue without him, but he's left us in great shape. So we appreciate him tremendously.
And we'll stop the rumors. I do not want to be the commissioner. Just want to let you know.
No? Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Thank you so much for your time. We'll take it right back upstairs. We'll take a break. It's Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Life Centers offers love and compassion to all women and men who come through our 8 centers. The goal of this love and compassion is that we would not only save babies from abortion, but also transform lives and create families. The forms of this love and compassion are our services. All of our services are offered free of charge to our clients. To learn more about Life Centers, contact us at lifecenters.com or call us at 317-280-2635. Life Centers. We choose compassion. Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
Never miss a game on Indiana SRN YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. For example, last night's city semifinals. It's on the YouTube day. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Joining me now is our producer and part-time guy that does the halftime show on our radio side of the gender. And Ben, I tell you what, pretty good ball game tonight.
Yeah, this has been a great ball game so far. I mean, really back and forth. We've seen lead changes left and right. I think it's everything we could have asked for.
Your responsibility at Indiana SRN, you do a lot of things for us, but one of those things is producing. But then the halftime show, the full court press is what we call it. Tell us a little bit about the mind concept, and if people are listening to the radio broadcast, what can they hear on halftime shows? Well, it's you and me, Keith. It's kind of nice, kind of weird actually doing this in person for once, but really we go through, we have our Indiana SRN top 10 teams, and that's through all the classes, so we don't really focus on all those big schools. We try and get everyone involved, so we go through that, and then we tell you some games to watch for the week. We usually have one or two of them on our broadcast, and then we also tell you to look out for some other good ones, and if any player has a really big game or a coach or a player reaches a big milestone, we always give them a good shout-out. So it's really a good way to just keep up with high school sports here in the Indy area. This week and next week are great weeks because you have the city girls finals going on right now at Cathedral. You have the Marion County tournament semifinals tonight, where if both Lawrence Central schools win, Lawrence North Lawrence Central, your 1, your 2 team are playing on Saturday night. And then next week, the city boys tournament, it is loaded. If you enjoy basketball, these 2 weeks in Marion County are the best weeks of basketball.
Yeah, that's for sure. And like you said, there's always some favorites in those tournaments, but at the end of the day, you never know who could match up in that tournament. Might be a good one. There's always exciting finishes. Some team could come from behind and sneak in there and win that tournament, so you always got to tune in. And really, these 2 weeks, it's a good warm-up for the state tournament because the girls are going to start, and then we've got the guys following after that. So really, these next few months are going to be great for high school basketball.
You know, we talk about the SRN top 10. If someone wants to get a hold of you or wants to see what everything is behind or has suggested for you, maybe to nominate a coach of the week or a player of the week, they can contact you by your email. Tell people your email.
They can reach me. It is at BENT34@gmail.com. You can reach me there. Give me some tips, some stats, maybe some insight on some teams. We'd be more than happy to hear from them.
If you don't have that, you can email me, coach@indianasrn.org, and we'll pass that along with to Ben as we tape that show every Monday afternoon on Indiana SRN. We're going to take a break. We're going to look at stats when we come back. Jonathan is back from his popcorn break. We'll take a look at that after this 1-minute timeout. You're watching Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hope we had a very nice discussion with producer Ben. How would you grade our discussion with producer Ben?
A+.
A+. That's high praise for producer Ben. Producer Ben, how would you, buzz in my ear, how would you grade your conversation? Oh, that's different. He said a solid D-, so we'll hope for higher.
Hey,
first half statistics, yes.
Real quick. At halftime in the Girls City Finals, Heritage 30, Cathedral 26.
Leading scorer for Guerin Catholic and for the game was Bernie McGinnis. He had 11, 9 for Joseph Babilia, 6 for Caleb Edwards, and that's it for Guerin Catholic. No one else scored, which is just 3, split between that 26 points. For Covenant Christian, 7 for Trey Flatt, the high scorer for the Warriors, 4 apiece for Jaden Ashley and Cam Schurig, 3 for Noah Hedrick, 2 for Brock Buckley off the bench, Sam Fulbright, who started, and Ethan Maudlin, also a starter. Leading rebounders, Guerin Catholic led in the rebounding, which was expected, 17-13. The leading rebounder with 4 was Bernie McGinnis, also not a surprise. 5 for Cam Schurig for Covenant Christian. The assist department, 5 for Covenant, 3 for Guerin Catholic. Turnovers, 7 for Covenant Christian, 5 for Guerin Catholic. Scoring by quarters thus far, Guerin has outscored Covenant in the first quarter by 2, and it was even, 11 points apiece in the second quarter. Largest lead of the game was 8 points for Guerin Catholic. That was early in the first quarter. The lead has changed hands 6 times. There have been 6 ties as well. And the longest run for each team, Guerin Catholic had an 11-2. Covenant Christian had an 11-3. So if you look at that, both teams shooting 42% from the field in the first half for Covenant Christian, 31% for Guerin Catholic from three-point range. Neither have done great. Actually, both have done terrible. Covenant Christian is 1 for 11. That is 9%. Guerin Catholic is 1 for 6. That is 17%. From the free throw line, 50%. Batting 500s, Covenant Christian. Guerin Catholic is shooting 90% from the line.
Andy Gossel just joined us, and he said that it's been a fun game to watch over there. And he likes the temperature in the gym. The temperature's it's nice and warm. You know, at Covenant Christian, it's like 32 below zero in their gym. Nice and warm in this gym.
It's a bold strategy. It's a great home court advantage when it's 30 below.
He wants to help the athletes, not the people.
That's very nice.
He doesn't really care about his broadcast team. In all seriousness, you know, let's talk real quick. We got 30 seconds. If it wasn't for Andy Gossel and Ryan Davis and the athletic directors of this conference, we probably wouldn't be working this conference. We really appreciate you guys liking us, and we like you a lot. It's fun to work this conference tournament.
It is, and it's been a lot of fun.
Thank you. By the way, Cathedral and Chittard, Cathedral's leading. Heritage is leading 30-26 at halftime.
Let's go back to the second half of action.
Yes.
And here we go. Ethan Maudlin running the point. Covenant Christian, same starters for the Warriors, same starters for the Golden Eagles. Right side, Hedrick. A quiet first half by his standards. Feeds it over to Fulbright. Fulbright, right side, rolls around the bend, over to Schurig. Extra pass. Maudlin takes it inside and is blocked by Edwards. He should have taken the jumper earlier, and it's a turnover.
The ball fake threw him off. He almost traveled, Jonathan.
Sometimes when you have that open J, Keith,
you just don't. If you don't take it, it struggles.
Especially if you're a little guy, you go inside with the long arms. Here's Oswald, up and under. Speaking of long arms, Fulbright blocks Edwards.
How about that?
Quickly up to Hedrick, inside to Flat, gets run into and misses. Babilia will have the rebound. Trey could have just gone straight up and drawn a foul, but playing on is what we will do. No score yet in this third quarter between these two teams with a minute gone. Babilia, Weitzel, and McGinnis. No, that's off the front side of the rim. Maudlin will chase it down and give it to Hedrick.
Bernie is off tonight a lot.
He has. He was not shooting a great percentage, although the production is there. He does have 11 points.
I like his hustle.
Trey Flat looking for the lead. Got it. Rattled it in. 10 points for Trey Flat. Fourth lead for Covenant Christian. Weitzel underneath. Edwards looking to answer. Does not. His shot was altered. Here comes Schurig. No look into the corner. Flat pops a three from the right wing. That's no good. Weitzel the rebound. Quick up to McGinnis. And that, you would say, is a block.
Well, they're waiting. We're waiting. Okay. I agree now with the call.
One ref looked at the other, and they both just nodded in time.
Yeah.
Like a metronome.
By referee rules, first whistle gets that. I think that was a tie, but at least they discussed it, right?
Yeah, they had longing eye contact with each other. It was very knowingly known. And here's Cam Weitzel. Weitzel, Babilia. 2 minutes gone. Guerin down one. Weitzel. Going sideways. And now Oswald. Babilia was open for the moment, but cut off by Schurig. And loses the ball. The Guerin Catholic fans were all in front of us pointing, helping the refs out. Now the Covenant Christian fans are a little unhappy with the ruling.
Here's the only thing that I don't understand. All three did not know who hit the ball. That's not very good.
Babilia now. Down low, McGinnis. He likes this spot. Point and case. 13 points for Bernie McGinnis, and the lead goes back to Guerin Catholic. I mean, Keith, the way this game has been going, we should have an awesome fourth quarter, just how contentious this could be and how competitive this game has been as Schurig gets his 6th point.
It seems like no one wants to really stretch out this lead.
Elijah Edwards looking to get the lead back. He bobbles it up and down. Hedrick, a nice spin move. Nice bounce pass. Flat couldn't handle it, and he's fouled by Elijah Edwards.
That's his second.
Yeah. It's the first of the half on Guerin Catholic, and Trey Flat a little slow getting up. Just off the camera. He's tough. He's a linebacker and a tight end. Let's check out. Let's see. Let's get your referee opinion here, Keith Myers.
Well, there's the great
That was nice.
Here's a pass right here. This is good. Yeah, he got him in the head, on the head. It looks like he might have got an eye poke.
It looked like he took his basketball to the cheek, too. That'll stun you.
A little bit. Basketballs are pretty hurt. Well, he's still wiping his eye.
70% from the line.
When you can see 2 or 3 rims, that's not a good thing.
2 or 3, 5, 7, no matter what. He narrowed it down and made the first.
You've seen him play football, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Great tight end.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely can hit.
It's fun.
Boy, I tell you what, Covenant Christian football program, both these schools could be loaded next year for football.
Well, a dozen for Trey Flatt. And it's a 3-point lead for Covenant Christian. As Guerin struggling to get it across midcourt. Now it's Jack Parento, who struggled inside even though all his shots looked like they'd be good. Like that one almost did for McGinnis, who will go to the line.
You notice that Bernie felt the contact and then put the ball, when he heard the whistle, put the ball up.
Schurig's first foul. Second on Covenant Christian. And McGinnis, who has been shooting well from the line this game so far.
So smooth. Can you tell I'm a Bernie McGinnis fan?
I couldn't. Producer Ben, could you tell? He also could not. It was a mystery to us.
Okay, he's a good kid.
Makes them both. Good basketball player. 15 points for Bernie McGinnis. Schurig pops a J and splashes it down. Schurig back-to-back baskets for Covenant Christian, and the 3-point lead restored for the Warriors. Babilia. Nice.
Oh, the runner.
Again, all the scoring for Guerin Catholic has come from 3 players, Babilia, McGinnis, and Edwards. And Edwards, all his came really early in the first quarter. From the right side, a 3 is good by Maudlin. The 4-point lead for Covenant Christian, and a charge on Joseph Babilia. And in the first half, I mentioned how Trey Flatt has a unique ability to irritate people, opposing fans, and you can see that would be one.
That has irritated Coach Allen because he doesn't think there was contact there. He's, as you can tell, he's talking with the official. Official walks over to the bench.
Let's put you in a referee position. When you see a play like that, where are you going?
I've been known to call fouls like that. What you got to do though, you got to stay away. You got to get away. You got to get away from the players and the coach on that timeout. If he's going to talk to you, make him talk to you. But let him talk to you 15, 20 feet away from the basket or away from you, then right up to you.
Where are you going to hide? It's a home game.
You go to the baseline. He can't go past the baseline. You go past the 10-second line. It's a technical foul.
Well, there you go. Covenant Christian ball. Warriors lead by 4.
Now I just told you my tricks, didn't I?
You did.
Okay.
Everyone knows. Again, complaints, coach at indianasrn.org. It's Maudlin deep in the backcourt. Schurig on the left wing. Underneath, Buckley. And Brock Buckley has his 4th point. And stolen away by Maudlin, and Covenant Christian is on a run.
They have
8-point
extended
lead.
Yep.
And there's a foul on Schurig. And the Bronx cheers are robust.
Crowd is getting really quiet tonight.
McGinnis will inbound for Guerin. It's Babilia, who had that offensive foul called against him. Guerin facing their biggest deficit of the game. Swatted, Schurig. And now Covenant Christian could deliver the game's biggest lead. Hedrick. No, it's off someone's head. And it's going to Guerin.
At halftime, Marion County Tournament, Lawrence Central 32, Pike 23. Semifinal number 1. Late start for that.
Yeah, they're finally getting around to it. Typical Marion County. They'll catch up. It's Edwards, and that shot was altered. Babilia run into. They're going to say a foul on Fulbright. His 3rd. 4th on the Warriors.
This has been a pretty aggressive basketball game, don't you think?
This has. I like aggressive basketball games. No, I'm telling all my secrets. I like games where you let them play.
Physical.
Yeah.
Yep.
Caleb Crane back in. Bobilia. McGinnis is posting up Schurig. They want to go to him, but Maudlin was aware of that. Now Weitzel. To a cutting, Edwards dumps it to his Elijah, and it's in. And Elijah Edwards becomes the 4th Golden Eagle to score tonight. Hedrick missed it from Carmel. Maudlin the rebound, the shortest player on the floor. Buckley in the lane, blocking foul on Elijah Edwards. His 3rd.
Buckley went strong to the basket. Count the basket. 6-point lead. Buckley's come off the bench and played really well. Watch this replay. This is why this is a block. Watch him flop right there.
If he just stood up for a little bit longer, held his ground. Mass subs for Guerin Catholic. Out goes Weitzel. Out goes Elijah Edwards. In comes Oswald and Will Grissom, the 6-foot sophomore.
This is an 8-point game. I stand corrected.
Buckley's 94% from the line and misses the front end. Flat, however, out hustles McGinnis. Into the corner. Obscured from all our views. And Schurig has a whistle. And it's going against Will Grissom, his first.
Fouls on number 12, Will Grissom, his first.
New into the game, Spencer Wilt, 6'1" senior for Guerin Catholic, number 13. Out goes McGinnis. Flat to inbound. Maudlin from the right wing, up top Buckley. Now Trey Flat fires. Oh, perfect shot. 15 for Trey Flat, his season high is 16. It's an 11-point lead for Covenant Christian. And the ball's loose, bobbled around, Flat has it. Swings it across court, Maudlin passes up a 3. Now Schurig feeds it over, Crane, this would be a dagger, no. But Schurig gets an offensive rebound. Goes right back up and misses. Buckley over everyone.
Wow.
When it rains, it pours. 13-point lead for Covenant Christian. Oswald finally gets the ball into Guerin's front court. And then a whistle on Ethan Maudlin, I believe. It would be Maudlin's 3rd.
Foul is on number 10.
It is.
Ethan Maudlin, his 3rd.
New into the game, sophomore, 5'9", Matthew Etchison. Getting a rare appearance on the baseline. So it's a youthful 5 for Guerin Catholic. This one way over Wilt's head. Look out, Hedrick's chasing it down. Out of play, and it will stay with the Golden Eagles, although 50 feet further away from the basket.
How about the hustle here the last 2 minutes by the Covenant Christian Warriors?
This is an interesting lineup decision by head coach Bobby Allen. You have the experienced unit for Covenant Christian and the youthful one by Guerin Catholic. And Bobby Allen has to take a timeout after Grissom got trapped. And now a bunch of players will be subbing back in. McGinnis, Weitzel, Bobilia, Edwards. I think Bobby Allen was trying to make a point there, Keith.
Yep. Play hustle, you're going to sit. That's a full timeout. We'll keep it right here for you. Let you know tomorrow morning, bright and early, 9 a.m. Circle City Conference Wrestling Finals here at Guerin Catholic will be on the air. Joe Hansen and Shane Ryder will be with you, of course, with myself. And it's a great day. And then tomorrow night, we're right back basketball. Guerin Catholic hosts Martinsville tomorrow evening. Don't forget we have loads of basketball games for you because the Boys City Tournament starts on Tuesday. Got action for you for the City Tournament on Tuesday, also on Thursday, and then doubleheader next Saturday. So a lot of games in store for you right here on Indiana SRN.
$1:39 left, and Guerin has seems like they've sleptwalked through this whole quarter mostly, at least for the last 4 minutes of it.
I agree. Bobby Allen tried to make a point. Let's see if they respond to it.
So the really young lineup has been replaced by the one that was out before it. McGinnis, Babilia, the Edwards boys, and Weitzel. Bernie will inbound. Weitzel back to McGinnis. Up. Thrown away. It's intercepted by Maudlin. And now Trey Flatt with 90 seconds to play in the third. Trey in the paint. Off the rim. McGinnis the rebound. Foul on Trey Flatt.
Went over the back. Good call.
It's the 6th on Covenant Christian.
Yeah, the free throws could get Guerin back into this ball game, but they need to stop this little run that Covenant has had.
On the season, Guerin Catholic is shooting 72% from the line. Babilia, one-man break. Elijah, nice pop pass, and McGinnis lays it in. Heads-up play by Elijah Edwards, and McGinnis, never giving up on the play, cuts it back down to 11. And now some energy back in the student section for Guerin Catholic. Hedrick can't silence him. McGinnis on the break. Babilia on the side. McGinnis drives. Blocking foul. Maudlin his 4th.
Great call. Yep. Kind of flopped.
I think Guerin fans might argue that there have been several of the flops going on by the team in green. McGinnis has 17 points, 6 of them here in the third. Make it 7.
Lots of free throws.
His most on the year, in case you were wondering, which if you weren't, why wouldn't you have? He had 33 against Marquette Catholic on December 28th. That was a little tournament action. Guerin swept both those games. And 19, and it's back down to 9. The rest did Guerin some good. 45 seconds to play, third quarter. Schurig works on Elijah Edwards, drops it out. Trey Flatt thought about it from NBA range, takes it much closer and gets it in, but there's a foul on the floor before.
Going to be on Edwards.
His third.
So
5th team foul.
Do you think they'll go for one here?
I don't know. We'll find out. Crane, Flat, nope. 3, no good. And a foul on Caleb Edwards. And that's the 6th on Guerin.
And guess who goes to the line for 3?
Well, was the foul after it? I guess it doesn't matter. Flat's going. Flat will be shooting, and he's 70% on the season, and he's had a splendid third quarter. 15 points on the night, 8 of them in this third.
And now the ball is going to go out of bounds. He is saying that foul occurred after he shot the ball.
I think that's fair of the situation.
Okay.
If I dare to editorialize, I think that was what happened.
Well, I tell you right now, could be getting a little chippy out on the court here. So watch the officials take care of this one very quickly. Got a veteran crew out there.
And Flat, 28 seconds to work. No quick fire this time. Schurig, a little four corners offense now. Chase back to the half-court stripe by Elijah Edwards. It's Flat. It's Schurig. There's 8 to play. Cam loses it. Babilia has it. 4, 2. It's off in time, and it's in.
Well, well, well.
At the end of 3, we've got a game. Covenant Christian leads by 7 on Indiana SRN.
Parents, do you like free food? Hut, hike it on over to Prodigy Burger and Bar, where Monday is family night and kids eat free. Every day you can find daily specials featuring craft burgers, tacos, wings, and more. Prodigy is now playing the NFL Sunday Ticket on more than 25 TVs, so you won't miss a second of your favorite teams. Prodigy also caters, hosts private events, as well as dine and donates. Celebrate your school spirit with us at Prodigy Burger and Bar. More than just burgers, located in Clay Terrace in Carmel.
We've got ourselves to the game, folks, and if you'd like to see all sorts of different games, please do so. Go to our YouTube channel, click subscribe, and enjoy all of our Indiana SRN content, such as a really cool replay that looks like
this.
There it is.
There's 4, 3, 2, 1, horn. I like to fire it up.
That's a good momentum swing.
6-0 run.
Down 7 is Guerin Catholic. And the Golden Eagles will inbound. It's Babili in the backcourt. The 2 threes guarding each other. Babilia. Losing the ball, McGinnis. They fight, and it's a jump ball, and it will switch the floor and go to Covenant Christian.
That time that pass was too low. Got to get that up by the chest.
So Covenant Christian, we were discussing the break. They have struggled in closeout situations this year. What do you need to see out of them besides just not let Guerin score 8 more points?
They just need not to hurry now. They got the lead. You know, now this is where you pretty much slow down and contribute the pace.
Buckley, Hedrick in the lane, through the arms, and lays it in. Only 5 points for Noah Hedrick, but it's a 9-point lead for Covenant Christian. McGinnis. Elijah Edwards. Babilia, he's been great tonight. He misses a 3 though, and Buckley the rebound. Flat. Oh, Hedrick walked into it. Bang!
Oh my gosh. Good call, Jonathan. Good call indeed. 12 points.
McGinnis across the timeline. Pressures by Schurig into the corner. Elijah Edwards. Could this be? It is. He's shooting 60% from 3 this season, and a much-needed 3 cuts it back down to 9. Flat baseline. Schurig swings it into the corner. Buckley will ease it out. Hedrick just made one. Misses that one. Weitzel the rebound for Guerin Catholic.
Not a bad shot. Maybe rushed it. Not a bad shot, though.
The ever-capable hands of Joseph Babilia. And now Weitzel. Quiet evening for Weitzel. No points yet. Babilia, one step in. Good.
He's had a good night.
He has. 14 points for Joseph Babilia. Leadership, defense, a little bit of everything. Here's Schurig. Flat lets Edwards run by. Inside, Cam Schurig off the glass and in, and the foul.
They have just ran their offense. They ran their offense twice. The random motion, didn't get the first look, took another 45 seconds off the clock, and then and one here, 5:20 to go.
Let's check it out.
Just look at the nice precision. You notice he waited for everybody else to get up, then goes and makes the contact.
Schurig is 2 for 3 on the season from the free throw line. Make it 3 for 4 for 11 points. And a 10-point lead for Covenant Christian. Babilia right down Meridian. Too strong off the back iron. Buckley the rebound. Pressured from behind, pressured in front, left hand good.
He went coast to coast. No one stopped the ball.
Now Oswald down a dozen. Looks for Weitzel. Tries a three. Good.
Got it.
Another but net for Cameron Weitzel. His first points of the contest coming a big time.
30-second timeout. Oh, they're calling it a full.
Of all the dramatic things, we'll take it with them. You're watching Indiana SRN.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
Good to see you there. Welcome back. 4 minutes, 48 seconds left in an exciting game that Covenant Christian had a dominant third quarter to seize control of, and see if the Warriors were able to salt it away. Schurig from the right wing, guarded by McGinnis. Up top to Hedrick. Or now Hedrick, that was Fulbright. Two players ran into each other. Trey Flatt, shockingly, on the ground.
I think they're going to call this on McGinnis.
I think they did. That's his second. And Trey Flatt is being serenaded.
You know, you played college basketball. Did you get serenaded like that?
I didn't flap, Keith. On the way, good. 10-point game.
How was your college game? Good?
Not great.
Not great. Baseball was good, though.
Baseball was much better than basketball.
I thought so. You're in the Hall of Fame there in baseball, aren't you?
Working on it.
Okay, good.
Waiting for my induction. The second one is good. It rattled around and fell in. 17 for Trey Flatt, his best game of the season by almost any margin. Guerin, a lot of work to do and a half quarter to do it. Weitzel hit a three last possession. Caleb Edwards, nice drive, left hand, no. McGinnis fouled by take your pick.
Beginning. Buckley.
You are correct.
And now McGinnis will go at the line and shoot 1-1. I tell you what, he hung in the air a long time, didn't he?
He can float,
yes,
apparently.
Well, we got a score for the city tournament. After the end of 3, 45 Heritage Christian, 38 Cathedral Girls City Finals.
McGinnis shooting 2 free throws.
Keeping you up to date here on Indiana SRN. That is 20 points for McGinnis. .21 for McGinnis. That's his average.
And now it's 9.
3-possession game here in Noblesville. Fulbright.
Wow, he got whacked in the head. No call.
And an off-ball foul against Schurig. Coach Scott Flatt disagrees mildly. And Guerin will inbound.
Halfway through the fourth quarter.
Cameron Oswald, silent so far for most of this game, scoreless. Number 24 in white. Into the lane. Pops it out. Whitesell thought about it. Whitesell behind his back. Whitesell has room. Whitesell into the corner. Babilia 3. No, it was down and out, but Cameron Whitesell's there.
7.
It's getting closer. Still 3 possessions. And a timeout for Covenant Christian, their first of the game.
Timeout, Covenant Christian. Full timeout.
It's a full. We're taking one too. You're watching Circle City Conference Basketball in Indiana, SRN.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
You kind of like my air, did you like my air guitar?
Keith Myers is rocking the air axe.
There you go.
It's a 7-point game on the floor here at Guerin Catholic High School. Covenant Christian leads. Ethan Maudlin inbounds into the backcourt to Noah Hedrick. Now Trey Flatt, the antagonist in chief, 17 points this evening. Gives it to Schurig, who is the other warrior in double figures. Schurig has 11. And Covenant Christian very comfortable with letting the time be their friend, and he's Maudlin. He fouled by McGinnis.
Maudlin looked like he was going to get hit in the head and rolled back of his back.
Maudlin is shooting 63% on the season.
That was on.
That was on Cameron Osgood. Never mind. Not on McGinnis. And Maudlin misses.
You need the free throws when the clock is dead.
Whitesell attacks. Whitesell misses, and Maudlin gets the rebound. However, he stepped out of bounds.
Good call. He was looking right at it. 2:53. There's plenty of time left here, Jonathan.
There is. It's just a 7-point game.
Now they go big. Covenant Christian.
Babilia looks. Whitesell tipped by Fulbright. Edwards has it. And numbers. But Guerin will let it settle down. Caleb attacks, right hand, good, and the foul.
Nice little move. Beat Buckley to the basket. 5 points.
For now. For now, it's 5. Let's take a quick peek at this while I got a second.
Had plenty of time. See the hand on the back? Good call.
And now that should be the double bonus, Keith. It's 10 fouls on Covenant Christian.
Well, you made the basket, so you're only going to get one.
But for now on,
Got it.
I mean, it stays at 5. And here's Trey Flatt. Cross-court Maudlin settling it down to Hedrick Schurig. 2-possession lead for Covenant Christian. Flatt from the corner gets it to Maudlin, and they're going to make Guerin Catholic chase him. And there's the foul by Oswald, who has plenty to give. Maudlin, last time this happened, went to the line and missed his front end of the 1-and-1.
Yeah, you got to make them now. Now you got 10, so now you get 2 for sure.
Maudlin will shoot 2.
The first. Good.
Silence the crowd a little bit tonight. I have him for 8, Jonathan.
I do too.
Okay. This is a big bucket here.
And he buries it. 9 points for Ethan Maudlin, a season high.
They are going offense to defense as now they bring Albright back in to play defense.
7-point game. Oswald. He is the one who's committed those last 2 fouls. Off the dribble. Blocked from behind by Hedrick. Illegally blocked from behind. And now Oswald will go to the line. Cameron Oswald, 67% from the charity stripe this season.
Now that foul was called after the block when he was out of bounds. And he shoots the double bonus. Got it.
First point of the game for Cameron Oswald. Maudlin back in. Out goes Sam Fulbright.
Oswald came in early in this fourth quarter, and Knott has left the game. He's picked up a little bit of spark.
It's back down to 5. 2 perfect ones by Cameron Oswald. 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Flat has it. Flat breaks the press. Flat shovels it to Maudlin. Maudlin, who has been fouled, is fouled again.
Both officials looked at each other, and I think they both were thinking about blowing the whistle and forgot. Boy, you got bailed out there a little bit, Jonathan, I think, because I think he's there putting pressure on him.
Maudlin has made 2 of his last 3. 10 points for Ethan Maudlin, matching his number. In comes Fulbright, out goes Hedrick. Scott Flat playing an offense-defense game.
Yes, sir.
And Ethan Maudlin is making Guerin Catholic pay for fouling him. Lead back up to 7, inside 2 minutes to play. Oswald faked the handoff underneath McGinnis. He's fouled and going to the line. Buckley, I believe, and if it is, it's his 4th.
Foul on 35, Ron Buckley, his 3rd.
Never mind, his 3rd.
Bernie McGinnis with 2 free throws.
McGinnis has 21 points.
Oh. Might have needed that basket. Now Fulbright goes out, and they keep Maudlin on the floor.
He's been making his free throws now.
Yep.
McGinnis makes that one. 22 for Bernie McGinnis. The buck 40 to play. Schurig flings it. Maudlin receives it. Then the keep away ensues. Flat loses the ball. Maudlin found it right to him. And I think Cameron Oswald committed his 4th foul.
Foul is on 24, Oswald, his 4th.
Now I'll send Cameron Schurig to the line, who has 11 points.
Guess who's waiting to check in? Fulbright.
Good.
I'll tell you what, free throw shooting coming down the stretch has really helped here for Covenant Christian.
And Covenant on the season has been a better free throw shooting team than Guerin Catholic. Covenant Christian 76%, Guerin 72%. $13 for Cameron Schurig. Lead is 8 with a buck 26 to play. And Flat commits a foul.
Foul is on Trey Flat. His
Joseph
3rd.
Babilia, 74% from the line this season.
Coach Scott Flat is not real happy with Trey Flat right now. You know, he's 45 feet away from the basket. You don't need to reach. You're up.
Babilia misses the first.
what are they down the line? What are they, 3 of 6 down the stretch here?
That's something like that. Back into the game. He was in earlier. Matthew Etchison, surely for the fouls purposes. Mobilia gets point 15. And Etchison delivers the foul.
Fouls on 10, Matt Etchison, his first.
So Oswald getting ready to come back in for Etchison. And the pace of this game will slow down as we play the free throw battles with 76 seconds remaining in this game. And it's going to be a long 76 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Maudlin's got that little fall away on his free throws.
He does. He looks like he lands on the wrong foot, doesn't he? I mean, because that
we'll
one foot gets up.
Yeah, watch it this time.
He's off center from the free throw line, though. He's not centered.
Oh, whatever works. 13 points. And Flat steals the inbound. And then it is off someone. Timeout, Covenant Christian.
30 seconds.
Timeout, Covenant Christian.
Shall we review tomorrow?
I think we shall.
Okay, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., right here at Guerin Catholic. It's the Circle City Wrestling Conference Championships. We've got all 6 teams competing for a championship. Then tomorrow evening at 5:30, Martinsville comes to town as Martinsville Artesians playing Guerin Catholic on a back-to-back night. We'll have all the action for you tomorrow on Indiana SRN. Whole week of basketball next week. Take Monday off. It's Martin Luther King Day. But boy, 2 games on Tuesday, 2 games on Wednesday, plus wrestling. 5 games on Thursday, 4 games on Friday, and 4 games on Saturday. Busy week.
Yeah, we're not messing around. It's a robust calendar. So it is a turnover. Trey Flat will inbound it. $1.14 left.
Now they're going to re-spot where he's going to take the ball out of bounds.
That is Steve Mazingo, who's worked with us. Very precise in where the inbound will come from.
And now you have a delay of game warning from Guerin Catholic. It's a new rule this year. Once he points to a spot, you cannot cross that spot, or it's delay game.
There's a foul on Weitzel.
2 of those, and it's a technical foul.
Huh. Well, Cameron Weitzel got his money's worth on that foul.
Sure, shoots 2.
Well, this was back and forth for a long, long time.
It was really that third quarter. It was that
Just
third
broke
quarter
it open, that 9-point lead at the end of 3.
Covenant put on the afterburners, and Guerin has not been able to recover as Cameron Schurig has 15 points, his second highest total since he returned. Now Oswald's going to the line.
Fouls on 22, Fulbright, his 5th.
Albright, disappointing night on the field. 22, just 2 points.
But his team is winning by 11.
This is the 5th time down the floor Guerin Catholic has ended at the free throw line. How about that?
That's impressive. The margin is down to 10. Make it 9. Schurig lobs. Ouch. Nobody in Indiana falls harder and more frequently than Trey Flat.
Got a timeout. Covenant Christian. A 30-second timeout. At the end of the 3rd quarter in the county tournament, Lawrence Central leads Pike 53-39. It looks like Lawrence Central could make their trip to the finals. Center Grove beats Indian Creek 55-44. Center Grove will play Greenwood Christian tomorrow night, 7:30 in the Johnson County Tournament Final. I do believe Lawrence North beat Ben Davis in the first game. This is game number 2. So
Lawrence North has got one heck of a basketball team. Lawrence Township,
yeah,
has some good basketball.
Yes, they do.
North and Central. Although the Wildcats' new logo is kind of goofy looking. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah.
It's
doesn't look like a Wildcat.
I don't know what it looks like, but it looks like something. Buckley will get the inbound. McGinnis doesn't want to foul. No one does. Now Schurig. Cross-court Maudlin. Pushes off. No foul call. And a technical on Coach Bobby Allen. See assistant coach Joe Wrights whisk Bobby Allen away. And Noah Hedrick's going to the line. Well, it seems interesting. You can understand Bobby Allen's frustration as Hedrick makes the first, where there have been a couple calls where it seems like the referees have been rewarding the defensive player for getting their position at midcourt, and then in this juncture, no call after Maudlin pushes off.
The arm did come out. I got to admit, the arm did come out. I don't know if it warranted the offensive foul call, but it definitely came out. So, tough call. But you know, you're right. They've been calling that all day long, so you got to be consistent with it.
And they weren't in that juncture. Now here's Schurig trapped and fouled by McGinnis.
Foul is on number 4, Bernie McGinnis, his 3rd.
Back to 11 with 54 and 3:10 seconds remaining. Schurig has been good from the line tonight. And then gooses that one.
This brings Guerin, 3-1 in the conference?
Yeah, it would. It'd be the first loss in the conference for Guerin Catholic if it is a loss, as Weitzel has the rebound in transition, bounces over. McGinnis, a good three-point shooter, misses that one. The putback is in by Caleb Edwards, 10 for Edwards. Timeout on the floor.
And I have that for their last timeout of the night.
Well, our counting has been a little off, I would say, in the timeouts. They show 1 left for Guerin, 2 left for Covenant Christian. Although professing here in the booth, we all have that being Guerin's last, but we're up here and the scoring book is down there.
You're right.
And Guerin didn't need to talk long.
No, he's going to tell you to foul now.
10-point game. And here come the Warriors with a 10-point lead. Flat leaks out, breakaway, and the lead is a dozen.
Whoa, that almost rode out.
Edwards fouled from behind by Flat.
His 4th. How many times has he been on the floor tonight?
All of them, basically. as much as one could find themselves on the floor, Trey Flat does so. No one will say he does not play hard. Caleb Edwards is an 82% free throw shooter.
Coach Scott Flat just said, "Hey, Trey Flat." Like, stop.
I think Trey just saw the very, very slim chance for a steal, and he went for it. And Edwards misses.
Free throw line. Hurt Guerin Catholic tonight.
It definitely has. The second is good. 11 for Caleb Edwards. 37 4/10 remain. 10-point lead for Covenant Christian. And a foul comes, and that will do it for Cameron Oswald.
Foul is on 24. Oswald, his fifth. Buckley will have 2 free throws.
On the season, again, Buckley, a fantastic free throw shooter, 94% on the season. For Covenant Christian to win the Circle City Conference, they first have to win their final Circle City Conference game, which is
tonight
against, this night. So if things hold to form, you would say check, although Buckley misses the first.
They need to they need help. Someone needs to help.
They need 2 losses from Buff, who has only played 1 conference game, and another from Guerin to win it outright. Or they could just tie for it, which is never any fun.
It's like kissing your sister, isn't it?
I wouldn't know. I haven't. I generally avoid doing so, Keith. Babilia from the logo. Nope. Edwards, the rebound. Elijah finishes it. That's 7 points for Elijah Edwards. And here, at last, is the final timeout for Guerin. And it's a full. We'll take it too. You're watching Indiana SRN.
Hello, my name is Sean Kroll, and I've been a part of the Indiana SRN family for the last 9 years. Last year, we streamed a record 326 sporting events around Central Indiana. All the other guys broadcast basketball and football, but we at Indiana SRN also air volleyball, softball, baseball, and even golf. But we need your help. To continue our mission, please help us by contacting Coach at indianasrn.org. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
You visit it, watch some of our games. We got all of them there, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel. You will be happy you did, and we'll be happy you did. Everyone will be happy you did, and Covenant Christian's feeling pretty good right now. Up 9 with 25 whole seconds remaining. Leaking out Hedrick. Buckley checks it down to Maudlin, almost stolen by Elijah Edwards. Then a foul from Cameron Weitzel, and that should do it for Cameron.
Fouls on 14. Cameron Weitzel, his fifth.
He is the second Golden Eagle to be disqualified tonight after picking up too many fouls. So 22 and 9/10 seconds remain. 3-possession game. All Covenant Christian has to do is hit their free throws, and they have been shooting them very well here in the fourth quarter. And their 4th Circle City Conference win of the season is theirs. Guerin Catholic still has another Circle City Conference game looming in the future. That's on Friday. That's next Friday. Upper Buff on the way and good. Maudlin has been making it rain from the free throw line. 14 points for Ethan Maudlin. This, as we said, Covenant Christian, they wasted no time in burning through their Circle City Conference games as Maudlin makes the second. 15 for Ethan. Babilia across the timeline, pops the deep 3, gets it. 18. Buckley, foul. A dozen seconds remain. It's the 4th on Edwards. And Buckley, who has been doing pretty well from the line, although he missed 1 for 2 last time. And the best he can do is 1 for 2 this time. I think 10 minutes ago, we said this would be a long 74 seconds, and it has been. 10 points for Brock Buckley, a season high for Brock. Babilia misses this one. Edwards the rebound. Caleb goes right back up and lays it in, and a blocking foul is called. This would make it a 2-possession game if he makes this free throw. And Ethan Maudlin has fouled out. Gets a nice ovation from the Covenant faithful. The 5 on the floor for Covenant Christian: Trey Flatt, Caleb Kane, Brock Buckley, Cam Schurig, and Noah Hedrick. Caleb Edwards at the line. This would be his 14th point if he makes it, and he does. It's a 6-point game. Hedrick all by himself, fouled by Elijah Edwards with 2 seconds to go. And that will do it for Elijah. Coming into the game, getting an ovation, Elijah Edwards. He played hard, he played well. 7 points, 2 shy of a season high. Hedrick, 88% on the season from the line, makes the first. And that, one would reason, would put this game out of reach. It would be nothing short of stunningly remarkable if Guerin as a Catholic was able to come back from this one. 2 seconds, lob, Matt Etchison will play it out. And that will be the final. Covenant Christian victorious this evening, 79-71 over Guerin Catholic. Covenant Christian now has won 4 straight games. The last loss came at the final of the Bostic tournament, which is hosted by Covenant Christian. They fell to Tipton in the final by 8 points. Guerin Catholic's 8-game win streak comes to a close. Guerin Catholic will next see the floor tomorrow against Martinsville on a game that will be here on Indiana SRN. The Artesians are one of Guerin Catholic's 7 4A opponents. Guerin has beaten the previous 3 that they've played. Covenant Christian will next see the floor on the road also tomorrow at Tri-West. Bruins, another 3A opponent. Covenant has now played 3 3A teams. They've beaten 2 of them, as producer Ben well knew. Great game from several Covenant Christian players. Free throws were pretty strong, and many finished in double figures. Maybe we'll have final numbers for you. We will find out. But what we do know is that Trey Flatt had a season-high 19 points. 15 for Ethan Maudlin. That is a season high by a mile. And for Cam Schurig, that fell 1 short of his season high. Noah Hedrick, who had 3 points through 3 quarters, finishes with a dozen. We will have final stats after a visit with head coach Scott Flatt from our Keith Myers. Or it's going to be in his assistant. And we're going to the court right now.
Assistant coach is Scott Flatt leaves, and I guess he's happy with the win.
Yeah, it was a great overall win for our team. We were undermanned tonight, so just happy to get the win with the guys working their tails off out there tonight.
A lot of free throws, and here goes Scott. We're going to bump him out of the way. No problem. He does a good job filling in. A lot of free throws late in the game. They let you play early, but then they just got in that grind.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big win for us, absolutely. On the road, you know you're not going to get a lot of those calls. Made the free throws down the stretch like we needed to. That was big. Proud of our guys. Go 4-1 in the conference this year. Really great job.
And you finished for the first time forever for 32 minutes. You actually played 32 minutes, I think, tonight.
Yeah, much better. You know, we had some JV guys come in and give us a big lift. Jade and Ashley Tony Flat in that second quarter. We had foul trouble with Sam and Ethan. Those guys allowed us to get to half, and that was big. That was big. We just kind of stayed even with them during that period, and it came out in the third, and they really cracked under the pressure. We kept the game at our pace, and that was big.
4-1 for the first time in conference history. Now you need some help. But you know that great things can ever happen. You never know. But Buff only playing one game in the conference. They got 3 conference games. Tough road for them. You needed some help tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So talking to their coach, yeah, definitely. If they could go get one from Buff, get Shatar to get one maybe, who knows. So it's wide open. We're done with our conference schedule. They're really just starting their conference schedule. So if we get some help, that would be wonderful. But, yeah, we're excited. We talked about this game tonight, conference game, a chance to finish 4-1, and the guys came through.
Congratulations. Job well done. City tournament next week. Go get it. Back up to you, Jonathan.
Thank you, Keith. High scores from both teams. The leading scorer for Covenant Christian, Trey Flatt, who had 19, and then for Guerin Catholic, Bernie McGinnis, had 22. And on behalf of our entire broadcast team and our producer, Ben Wood, color commentary and interviews from Keith Myers, I'm Jonathan Mathis. Thank you for joining us. Hope you will join our network tomorrow on a busy broadcast day. Check out all our social media channels for updates on those schedules. And then we'll be back here in the evening for Guerin Catholic and Martinsville on our webcast. Until then, so long, everyone. Thanks for joining us. You've been watching Circle City Conference Basketball on Indiana SRN.